Hey, it's Miss Chris. I want to talk to you today about why do we like the dark side and what does it say about us. My previous video was on the Suicide Squad and why it did not work from a character perspective and an archetype perspective. So we're going to delve deep into why do we like dark characters. First of all, we're going to say what is evil? Now, evil is subjective. There's a lot of moral ambiguity there, and there's also perception. What some people may see as evil, others may see as just rebellion, being antisocial. So evil can be subjective. Some people think pure evil exists. Some people see it as more of a way of being, a way of acting. So who is evil? Again, that depends on who you ask. A Christian or someone who's highly religious might see another person's behavior who is very rebellious, who is antisocial, to be evil. Now, I'm not saying psychopaths and sociopaths do not exist. Yes, they exist. Yes, there are people out there who their brain has been rewired and they can't feel anymore and they just act on animal instincts, again, with the sociopaths and the psychopaths. Yes, they do exist, but there are some people who are just bad, and we'll get to what's the difference between evil and bad. Okay, why is there evil? There's several reasons why they're evil. I'm looking at my notes because this was a big one. Beliefs will influence actions. Your motivations, your intentions will influence your actions. So again, what one person does, another person might see it as evil. 2, duality. There's always a fight between light and dark, up and down, left and right. Why? Because one polarity, light, wants to take over the other, or the other polarity, dark, wants to take over the light. So there's always a sense of duality. 2, rebellion. Why is there evil? Because people want to rebel. People want to rebel against status quo. People want to rebel against lack and limitation. And some of those things could be seen as evil. Some people were like, okay, well, why can't you just fall in line? Why can't you just be another wheel in the cog? Another cog in the wheel? Why can't you just act right? And if you're not acting right, you're being seen as rebellious. Why is there evil? A learning experience. Evil helps build your spiritual muscle, because you can't have one without the other. You cannot have one without the other. So as you're building your spiritual muscle, you're getting stronger. Like, say, for instance, the light workers. Oh, I'm a light sider, I'm a light worker. They're building their spiritual muscle. And you also have the opposite polarity, which would be considered the Setians and the Typhonian magic, people who work with Typhonian magic and the left-hand path. So they're also building their spiritual muscle as well. And why is there evil? Maybe it's just not our fault. Shit happens. It just is. People eat the Twinkies. That's the actual legal defense. People eat Twinkies and a lot of sugar. That is a legal defense. Or people drink the Kool-Aid. That's also another defense. Stuff just happens. Okay. What do so-called evil people want? They want to teach and inspire. They want us to learn how to go deep into ourselves. What they do is they mirror back to us our darkness. And it's up to us to go within our psyches and to redeem the darkness within us. In other words, you want to balance out your darkness. You want to balance out your shadow side. You don't want to be too far to one side. You don't want to be too much on a light sider, and you don't want to be too much into the darkness. You want to have a balance. You want to have an equilibrium. Redemption. What do so-called evil people want? They want redemption, like Deadshot and Harley Quinn. And they're not like true sociopaths. They weren't born that way. They were kind of like made, so they can be redeemed, kind of like Kylo Ren. He can be redeemed. Darth Vader at one time could have been redeemed. He didn't want to be redeemed. But there are some characters in TV and film that we like that can be redeemed. And they're not evil. They may just necessarily be bad. Okay. What do evil people want? Revenge and destruction, just like the Joker. The Joker is very destructive. He loves being destructive. That's a form of power. He loves throwing people off buildings. He loves burning stuff down. He likes shooting people up. They also want revenge for whatever seeming wrong that they have had to live, like Batman. Batman, beat him up, knocked out his teeth. So he wants revenge. Batman pretty much humiliated him. Why do we like evil characters? What is it about Darth Vader and Kylo Ren and the Joker and Deadpool and all those fabulous, wonderful characters? Why do we like evil characters? We like them because they break the confines of societal rules and regulations. They mirror back to us our deepest desires, which is to do whatever we want, whenever we want it, however we want it, without thinking about other people's well-being. And in order to fit into society, we have to follow the rules and regulations. And we like those characters because they do not. They can do whatever they want, and we secretly, deep down inside, at least I know I do, wish that I could just do whatever I want, whenever I feel like it, and don't have to worry about going to jail, or I'm not going to kill anybody, but, just really just be free. Our psyche wants growth and expansion. And the only way to have growth and expansion is to live out your deepest desires. But we can't really do that because we live within societal norms. And that is what keeps us down. And that those characters are like our manifested desires. Also, power. They have a lot of power. And what do we do when we get power? Either we seize it and wield it for others, or we freeze up, or we take it and don't know how to use it, or we submit to it. And a lot of these so-called evil characters, they wield power. They take power for themselves. They are powerful. And again, that's something within ourselves that we want to find. We want to find our own personal power. We want to be able to balance out our shadow and our dark side to find our own personal power. And what is the difference, last but not least, what is the difference between evil and bad? Okay, the Joker is evil. Okay, Riddick from the Chronicles of Riddick, he's bad. There's a difference. The difference between bad and evil is the intention behind the act. Evil people want to inflict harm. They just want to inflict harm. They don't care who they're harming. They just want to inflict harm. Bad people are more antisocial, more rebellious. And that's the difference between evil and bad. It's actually the intention behind the action and the motivation. So hopefully that'll help you guys think about why we like dark characters in movies and television. And hopefully some of those keys will help you sit and think about your own shadow side, your own dark side, and what you can do to possibly balance it, and why, and who are some of your favorite dark characters. I have quite a few. Of course, I have Darth Vader, Kylo Ren, I like John Wick, I love Elektra. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head right now. But sit and think about your dark characters and what is it that they are showing you about yourself, about your dark psyche, that maybe that you can integrate in a healthy way. Don't kill cats, kids, animals. Don't hurt yourself. Don't do nothing crazy. Integrate your dark side, your shadow side of your psyche. Balance it out with your lighter side. And that's when you will grow into some self-realization. That's what you want. Remember, you don't want to go around and round and go over the same experiences over and over and over again. You want to spiral up and out. And that means you have to become self-realized. You have to integrate your psyche. You have to acknowledge your dark side. You have to acknowledge your fears and your hopes and your dreams and all those things within your mind. You have to balance them out. Okay, my family of the fringe, I hope that has helped you. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend. And remember to be the hero of your own journey. Until next time, peace.